It's been over a decade since Disney bought Lucasfilm, over 10 years since Star Wars officially became Disney Star Wars. And the reality is, as long as it's taken for some people to accept this, that's the day that George Lucas's Star Wars truly died. It's never been the same since, whether it took Force Awakens to wake you up, or Last Jedi, or Rise of Skywalker, or one of these garbage series like Obi-Wan on Disney+. The reality is, it's no longer George Lucas's Star Wars, and since the very beginning, they've been pushing the audience away. They've been pushing traditional Star Wars fans away. They say, we don't want you anymore. We don't want you people who have been fans of this franchise for decades and decades. Instead, we want the new woke activist crowd. You know, the crowd that doesn't really exist outside of social media, that doesn't go and buy things, that doesn't actually go to these movies or support this thing because, quite frankly, they can't afford to. That's the crowd they're pandering to. And those are the people who have taken over every single aspect of Disney Star Wars. It doesn't matter if they're working at Lucasfilm or if they're working on fan sites like Wookieepedia, because the agenda is clearly at play. And what Wookieepedia did yesterday is disgustingly disrespectful, but it goes right in line with everything that we've seen from Disney Star Wars and all the freaks and all the activists that run it now. You may have noticed a new field popping up in our info boxes lately. We're now listing characters' pronouns. It is always important to keep in mind that pronouns do not necessarily reflect gender, and by doing this, we'll be more accurate and respectful. The only people that their pronouns don't reflect their gender is this very small fringe minority of freaks out there. That's the reality of the situation. Yes, pronouns are a thing. They have been a thing since we started talking to each other. He, she, him, her, things like that. But now when we hear people say pronouns, we know what they're talking about. We know that it has to be, my preferred pronouns are he, him, she, her, they, them, ze, zer, all this garbage, all to pander to this small, insignificant group of people who want to force everybody into their worldview. And now you're doing that to every single Star Wars character in existence. They put this one right here. You've got Cody, the clone commander Cody. He, him. Well, did you ask Commander Cody his preferred pronouns? Do you know that? Reality is they don't care. They're going to put whatever they guess and whatever they think. And even if an activist freak out there wants Luke Skywalker to have they, them pronouns, well, they'll do that too. Look at this. I need Luke Skywalker to have they, he pronouns for at least 1 second. Wookieepedia, no problem. I got you, fam. They, he. On a whim. And this is, again, I used to go on Wookieepedia all the time back in the day because it's where you could find a ton of information, especially for a Star Wars Expanded Universe fan like myself, with so many different characters, with a huge galaxy. It was a place that you could keep track of so many things like that. And when a character popped up in a book, you're like, man, I remember him from this series, but where exactly did he pop up? What book was that? And you go and you look, and that it was so good for every Star Wars fan to be able to utilize that. Now, it's just been turned into a propaganda tool, and it is truly fucking disgusting. Star Wars Encyclopedia Wookieepedia embraces rejection of the truth and deranged pronoun usage on character pages. And they go over that tweet. Look at some of these examples that we're going through of on a whim, because weirdos, freaks, losers, lunatics, deranged individuals ask them to change a character's pronouns, they do so. Anakin Skywalker. What does this person ask? Let's zoom in a little bit. Wookiee admin, can you make Anakin's she, he for 2 seconds just so I can make it my header? There it is. She, her. She, her. That's what they give to Anakin Skywalker, because that's what these activist freaks do. What about here? Let's back this up a bit. If I bribe you guys, can you do it? Can you change Thrawn to they, them? Yeah, no problem. That'll upset the real fans. That's what you mean. This will upset the real fans, that you're taking these people and changing their genders. You're saying you're being respectful, yet you give Luke Skywalker they pronouns. You give Thrawn they pronouns. You give Anakin she, her pronouns. This is all about your activism. This is all about these freaks' activism. And you can see Matt Martin right there, Lucasfilm storyboard member, right? Lucasfilm story group member, sitting there. I love this, as he has he, him in his pronoun, in his bio as well. And look at all the replies that they've hidden. They are getting destroyed. They are getting crushed over this, and they are running from all the criticism. Why'd you have to go there? Star Wars is beyond such Earth-human titles. Good Lord, give me a break. Utterly pointless. Guess I'm going to free up space in my bookmarks. This is all they're saying. Like, it's not like they're sitting there saying slurs or something hateful. They're just criticizing them for this, a completely unnecessary thing. This obsession over people needing to list their preferred pronouns. Guess what? There is not a single fucking person in the world that questions what Luke Skywalker's pronouns, what pronouns used for Luke Skywalker, because he's not a fucking freak like a lot of you admins, like a lot of you people that are part of the new Disney Star Wars fan club. You are not normal. That is not normal to ask somebody what their preferred pronouns are. You're doing your best to normalize it, but quite frankly, it's not normal. It's weird, and it always will be, because you look at somebody and you know what their fucking pronouns are, not this made-up bullshit. But you can go through. I mean, they've probably, I don't know, hit over 100 replies. Give me one reason this was necessary just for show. Wookiepedia, go to hell, Wookiepedia. Twitter points, mostly clowns. In a sense, is it disrespectful and bigoted for people to treat people like they're evil or wrong for simply having the right to disagree on another self-image or how they see themselves than what their biology says? You hid that. You hid that. Look at all this shit. Like, I'm still scrolling. I'm not even done. It just keeps going on and on and on. But this is Star Wars. This is Disney Star Wars. George Lucas's Star Wars died when he sold it to Disney, and Disney decided that they were going to go the way of the activists. They were going to pander to the woke losers, that they were going to hire each and every activist they could, put them in power, and only engage with that part of the fandom, the freaks out there. These are the people that they want as their fans. The people running Wookieepedia, the people that are tight with the people at Lucasfilm, this deranged fan base with pronouns in their bios. They are absolute lunatics and they are losers. And they are one of the biggest reasons why Star Wars, George Lucas's Star Wars, truly is dead. All that's left is Disney Star Wars. I think Gary from Nerdrotic said it the other day. You know what? If you really respect these pronouns, stop calling it Star Wars. Stop dead naming Disney Star Wars, because it transitioned back in 2012 and it's never going back. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.